To begin this session, let's start off by showing Conrad a video about what the runners community and the cycling community is doing over the last few months. So let's do that. I've been knowing him for the past 7 years now, and he's just awesome. So he's actually the senior director of the global procurement team, and he's a 6-time Boston marathoner, and he's got a personal best of 2 hours and 58 minutes for a full marathon. And how you do that, Conrad?
Before we put up some slides, I just want to say that I'm not some spectacular runner, and I'm not a spectacular human being. So the way I want to approach this today is that we're sort of all on a level playing field, right? If you're here listening today, it's because either Subu's here because he's my fan. I don't think he runs or cycles, but maybe next year, next week.
We're trying to get Subu to
Yeah.
something.
The session is going to be an inspiration.
But most likely, if you're here, it's because you're passionate about running or cycling, and I'm sure that I can learn as much from you as you can learn from me. So maybe just in this conversation, we motivate each other a little bit more, and if that happens, then it's probably successful. Now, probably almost 30 marathons, just doing that. I'll talk about my goals a little later. Prashant mentioned that I went to Boston and ran in Boston. This is how the beginning of the Boston Marathon looks. They do 3 different groups of people, like this many people, like 15,000 people, 3 times. And many marathons, when you run, it thins out by the time you get to the end. In the Boston Marathon, like the first 10 miles, you can't even make new positions. I mean, you have to be pushing people almost to move around in the street. It's so crowded, but it's beautiful, and the fans in Boston are amazing. Like almost for the whole distance, you have people lining the streets that are just cheering, and it's awesome. And again, I got to the finish line. My girl was there. She gave me a flower, and it was awesome.
It's called Run and Have Fun.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you a question and give you 2 options. So you got to choose the best option.
Okay.
Okay. So, what is the best food for carb loading?
Wow.
Your option A is masala dosa. Your option B is death by chocolate. What would you choose?
What would I be tempted to eat? I love dosa, and I think whenever I eat ice cream, I feel sluggish the next day. So I think I would, if these are my only 2 options, I would choose option A, masala dosa.
That's awesome. So that's what we do. Alright. So your next question. You don't stop there.
I think back to the other question. I think the food that I find fuels me, like I get most excited about the night before the marathon, is pasta.
That's an awesome food. That's what a lot of runners
So
eat.
before that Phoenix marathon, I went to a restaurant there and I asked for a pasta that was really a light sauce. Looked like a wine and light tomato. It wasn't a big creamy heavy sauce. And now every time, that restaurant actually, they happen to have one in Utah. That was in Phoenix, but I always want to go to that restaurant and get that meal the day before the marathon, because like not only does it make me feel good inside, it like keeps my mind like, yeah, I'm ready.
So was that when you got your 258?
I'm sure I had that pasta the night before.
So that's the superfood to go to 258.
Carrabba's. Carrabba's Italian food.
Okay. Alright. The next question is, running with a beard improves your aerodynamics and helps you go faster. So your first option is, agree only if it looks pretty like mine. Disagree because the host of this session has a beard and is a terrible runner.
Yeah. I don't know how to answer this question.
So you all think it's, hey,
I'm looking pretty and you're terrible. That doesn't make any sense. I think you're better looking than I am, so the logic doesn't work.
It's just the running part.
Yeah.
Cool. So let's move on to the next question.
See, I embarrassed you that time.
Is there a connection between running and marriage?
Uh-oh.
So your options are yes. If yes, then what's the connection? And no.
Just with a random picture?
Yeah, that's just a random picture from one of the famous Indian movies.
Is there a connection between running and marriage? Well, I told you my story, so there's a little bit of a connection. I wish my wife was a runner. She's not really a fan of running.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, after like 3 or 4 marathons, she's very selective about if she's even going to cheer me on.
Okay.
So I'll say yes and no.
Okay. So
B or C, all of the above.
So to give you a little bit about the Indian version, if you had asked some Indian about this question, right, they would definitely say A. Answer is A, which is yes.
You have to run to catch the girl.
That is just a part of it. So what happens is boy meets girl, girl meets boy, you fall in love, then you go for approval to your parents, they don't approve, then you run away and get married.
Oh, I got it.
So that's so that's the connection.
Is that how it's going to happen for you?
I can't predict the future. Cool. So,
Maybe you run too fast. Maybe that's your problem. The girls can't catch you.
So as of last Saturday, he's running away from it,
Yeah?
not running into it.
there you go.
We'll have to talk a little later.
I'll give you some advice last time though. Cool. So we have one more question. If we have a marathon race between Conrad Smith and Usain Bolt, who do you think will win?
Conrad.
There you go.
I don't
This is
think
easy, Conrad.
I don't think I would bet against Mr. Bolt.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He doesn't run more than 200 meters.
Yeah, that's what he says. You mean no training on his part? I'd still think he would probably beat me.
Okay.
Maybe in my fastest day we would come in similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Lance Armstrong's a big cyclist, right? And there's all the controversy around Lance, but I think he went out and ran the New York Marathon in like 250 or something, 253 or still had a pretty fast marathon, and he's not even a big runner. So some of these guys that are just, and ladies that are just phenomenal athletes, I don't think I'm a phenomenal athlete. I just think I'm pretty